morning, my dear students. Welcome to the discussion on the subject Engineering Graphics. Under Engineering Graphics, we are going to discuss the topic on development of surfaces. Under development of surfaces, we are going to solve a problem on parallel line method. This is the fourth solved problem we are discussing under parallel line method under the topic of development of surfaces. Now we will enter into the problem. The given problem is a hexagonal prism, edge of base 30 mm and axis 70 mm long, rests with its base on HP such that one of its rectangular face is parallel to VP. It is cut by a plane perpendicular to VP, inclined at 45 degrees to the HP and passing through the right corner of the top face of the prism. Draw the development of the lateral surface of the truncated prism. This is the hexagonal prism and it is resting on its base on HP and one of its rectangular face is parallel to VP. This shaded region, say this rectangular face is parallel to VP and the base side of the hexagonal prism is 30 mm long and axis height is 70 mm. Now we will write the data related to the given problem. The name of the object to be developed is lateral surface of the truncated hexagonal prism. Here base side length is 30 mm, axis height is 70 mm. The hexagonal prism is resting on its base on HP and one of its rectangular faces parallel to VP. Then the section plane is perpendicular to VP and inclined with an angle of 45 degrees to the HP and passing through the right corner of the top face of the prism. That is, this hexagonal prism is cut by a section plane which is making an angle 45 degrees to the HP and perpendicular to the VP and passing through the top face of the right corner of the prism. Next step is drawing the true shape of the base of a hexagonal prism. The first step in the projection of solids is to draw the true shape of the base. Here the hexagonal prism is resting on its base on HP and one of its rectangular face is parallel to VP. Here the shaded region, this rectangular face is parallel to the VP. In this position of the solid, we need to draw the true shape of the base. The true shape of the base is visible in the top view. In top view, we are able to see the true image of the base of a hexagonal prism. Here, the blue color shaded region is the true image of the base of a hexagonal prism, which is nothing but regular hexagon. Here in the problem, it is mentioned that one of its rectangular face is parallel to VP. So, the rectangular face containing the base edge is kept parallel to the XY line while drawing the top view of a hexagonal prism. So, as a first step for drawing the true shape of the base of a hexagonal prism, draw XY line, then the rectangular face which is parallel to the vertical plane containing base edge is kept parallel to the XY line, then complete the construction of the regular hexagon. Here the base side length is 30 mm. Then draw its front view. We are in the brief discussion about drawing top view as well as front view of the hexagonal prism and also drawing the section plane line. Here this is the front view of the hexagonal prism when it is resting on its base on HP. Then we will draw section plane. The section plane is making an angle 45 degrees to the HP and passing through the right corner of the top face of the prism. That is, this is the section plane. It is passing through the top face of the right corner of the prism and the section plane is making an angle 45 degrees to the HP. After cutting the hexagonal prism with this section plane, the bottom portion is to be retained, remaining portion is to be removed. The retained portion is to be darkened. That is, we are going to develop the lateral surface of the part P of a hexagonal prism. That is, we are going to develop the lateral surface of a truncated hexagonal prism. Now we will see what do you mean by truncated solid. When a solid, that is prism or a cylinder or a pyramid or a cone, is cut by a cutting plane inclined to its base, that cutting plane is not parallel, then the remaining portion thus obtained after removing the top portion is called truncated solid. Here, after removing this top portion, the remaining portion is called truncated solid. That is, we are going to develop the bottom portion of the hexagonal prism. This bottom portion is called truncated hexagonal prism. Now we'll enter into the development of the lateral surface of the part P of a hexagonal prism in detail. The following steps are considered for the detailed development of the lateral surface of a truncated hexagonal prism. The first step is to draw top view as well as front view of the prism. Second step, to draw section plane with the given condition. Third step, to draw development of the lateral surface of the truncated prism. For development of the lateral surface of the truncated prism, we are going to use parallel line method. Now we'll enter into the detailed construction. Here, we are going to develop the lateral surface of the truncated hexagonal prism. The hexagonal prism is resting on its base on HP and one of its rectangular face is parallel to VP. In this position, we need to draw top view as well as front view of the hexagonal prism. For drawing top view as well as front view of the hexagonal prism, we need to draw first XY line. The top view of a hexagonal prism is a regular hexagon and rectangular face containing base edge is kept parallel to the XY line. So with the given base side length say 30 mm, draw regular hexagon with the side parallel to the XY line. With 30 mm as a base side length, draw regular hexagon. Here the base side is parallel to the XY line. With this base side length, construct regular hexagon. For this we are using circular method. Here A, B, C, D, E and F are the bottom base corner points of a hexagonal prism. A1, B1, C1, D1, E1 and F1 are the top base corner points of a hexagonal prism. O and O1 is the image of the axis in top view. Next step is, with the given axis height, we will draw front view of the hexagonal prism. For that, we will draw projectors through A1, B1, C1, D1, E1, F1 and O1 towards the vertical plane. As a first step, draw projector through O1 point towards the vertical plane. Here, the height of the axis is given in the problem as 70 mm. Name this point as O1 dash and this point as O. O dash and O1 dash is the image of the axis in front view. Here the axis height is 70 mm. So passing through O1 dash parallel to XY line, draw a line. After that, through A1, B1, C1, D1, E1 and F1 points, draw projectile towards the vertical plane. The face edges namely A dash A1 dash, B dash B1 dash, C dash C1 dash, D dash D1 dash are visible. That's why they are drawn with continuous lines. Here the height of the face edge is equal to the axis height, which is equal to 70 mm. Till now, the top view as well as front view of the hexagonal prism is drawn with 3H pencil. Now we'll move towards drawing the section plane line. The section plane is making an angle 45 degrees to the HP and passing through the top of the right side extreme face edge of the hexagonal prism. That is, that section plane need to pass through this particular point and it has to make an inclination of 45 degrees to the HP and it is perpendicular to the VP. This is the section plane which is making an angle 45 degrees to the HP and passing through the right side top corner of the extreme face edge of the hexagonal prism. So it is passing through D1 dash point. In the development process, we are not going to use the material which is above the section plane and we are going to use the material below the section plane. So we will dark the material which we are going to use it for the development. Here we are going to develop the part P portion of the hexagonal prism. Then we locate the intersection points of the section plane as well as face edges of the hexagonal prism in front view. 1 dash is the intersection point of the section plane as well as face edge of the hexagonal prism, say A dash as well as A1 dash. 2 dash is the intersection point of the section plane as well as B dash and B1 dash face edge. Similarly, we'll get remaining points namely 3 dash, 4 dash, 5 dash, 6 dash on the remaining face edges of the hexagonal prism. The method which we are going to use for the development of the part P of the hexagonal prism is parallel line method and it is also called stretch out line method. So draw two stretch out lines in line with A dash D dash and A1 dash D1 dash, and these two stretch out lines are parallel to each other with a gap of 70 mm. Through A dash D dash draw stretch out line. Similarly, through A1 dash D1 dash draw another stretch out line. These two stretch out lines are parallel to each other with a gap of 70 mm. First we will develop the lateral surface of the total hexagonal prism. Then we will move towards development of the lateral surface of truncated hexagonal prism. For that, first locate point A. Then with the given base side length, say 30 mm, with A as a center, draw an arc. With this you will get point B, with B as a center, draw an arc. With this you will get point C, with C as a center, the same radius, draw an arc on the bottom stretch out line. Similarly, draw arcs for locating the remaining points. Passing through the points say A, B, C, D, E, F and A on the bottom stretch out line, draw perpendiculars, and these perpendiculars are going to meet the top stretch out line, and height of these perpendiculars is equal to axis height of the prism. Next step is transferring the intersection points in the front view of the face edges onto the face edges in the development. For that, draw horizontals through the intersection points, namely say 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash, etc. onto the corresponding face edges in the development. Through 1 dash, draw horizontal, and this horizontal is going to meet A1 face edge at 1, through 2 dash draw horizontal, and it is going to meet B1 face edge in the development. Similarly, locate remaining intersection points in the development. Here, till now we used 3H pencil for drawing these lines. Now we are going to join the points, namely A21, 122, 223, 324, 425, 526, 621, 12A, A2A with H pencil. Then join B22, C23, D24, E25, F26 face edges also with H pencil. This is the development of the lateral surface of part P of the truncated hexagonal prism. Now we will see the pencil usage details. Here the pink color lines in the front view as well as top view, and the pink color lines in the development are with H pencil. The dimensioning details are with 2H pencil, and remaining lines are with 3H pencil. That is, the construction lines are with 3H pencil.
Related to the dimension details, the basal length of a hexagonal prism is 30 mm, axis height is 70 mm, the perimeter of the base of a hexagonal prism is 180 mm, that is, all dimensions are in millimeters. That's about the development of lateral surface of the part P of a truncated hexagonal prism.
If you have any queries or doubts related to the present solved problem, you can mention it under comment section of this video. I'm happy to answer it as quickly as possible. For more videos on engineering graphics, visit the links provided under description of this video. Keep learning on knowledge sharing. Stay blessed. Thank you.